Hello, Mr. Yeap. My name is Ngo Hong Yeap. This presentation that I'm going to show you is about the scheduling algorithm. Scheduling algorithm plays a very important role in scheduling the processes in order to increase the performance of the CPU. Okay, first and foremost, we are going to solve a question which requires us to draw the Gantt chart and calculate the waiting time for each processes and average waiting time for both non-preemptive shortest job first and preemptive shortest job first scheduling algorithm. First, we need to see which process is arrive at 0. We need to choose P1, process 1, which is arrival time is 0, equal to 0, and see what is its burst time. Its burst time is 7. This is non-preemptive shortest job first, so we no need to interrupt and let the others process to execute. So 0 to 7, and come to 7 milliseconds, all of the process is arrive, as their arrive time is all smaller than 7, and we arrange it by the arrival time P2, P3, P4 and P5. The burst time of it, which is 5128, and we only choose the shortest burst time from these 4, so we choose P3 as it is have the shortest burst time. And next, P3 becomes 0, and we choose P4 and become 10, and P2 and P5. After this, we need to calculate the waiting time. The formula of waiting time is we need to find the difference between the arrival time and the beginning time of the process. Process 1 arrival at 0 and beginning at 0, so it is waiting time of P1 is 0, and P2 arrive at 1 and beginning at 10, so 10 minus 1 equal to 9. P3 same, arrive at 2 and execute at 7 minus 2 and 5. P4 arrive at 4 and execute at 8, so 8 minus 4 equal to 4, and last is process 5, 15 and minus arrival time is 6 equal to 9. So average waiting time is need to calculate the sum of these all process and divide the total number of process. So 27 minus 5 is equal to 5.4 milliseconds. Done. Hello. This is the turn to preemptive shortest job first scheduling algorithm. First, we choose process 1, which is the arrival time is 0, and we see its burst time is 7. Preemptive shortest job first is need to see which the error time is the process come, and we need to interrupt the last process which is executing, and we need to see the bursting time which is shorter, and we execute it until the next process arrive. So first, the arrival time which is 0 is process 1, and 0 to the arrival time of process 2, which is arrive at 1 millisecond. so this is 1, and its burst time is 5. This process 1 is execute for 1 millisecond, and this 7 is cut into 6. We need to see this 2, which is shorter. P2, process 2 is shorter than process 1, so we execute process 2. And then until 2 millisecond, process 3 is arrived at millisecond 2. So we need to see what is the burst time of process 3. Burst time of process 3 is 1, and it is the shortest process burst time for these 3. So this time we need to execute process 3 and until 3. This is not the arrival time of any of from this, but because its burst time is 1, so he done its burst. So we need to see P1 and P2, which is more shorter. P2 is execute for 1 millisecond at the last, so it become 4 millisecond. So P2 is shorter than P1, so P2, right? And 4 is the process 4 is arrived at millisecond 4. So we need to compare again. His burst time is 2, this is become 0. So 2 is the shortest, this is become 3, because this 2 is become the shortest burst time of these 3 process, so P4. And until 6 is the arrival time of process 5, and it is the burst time of process 4. So this time P5, and right now his burst time is 8. 8 is the longest, so we no need to consider it. We need to see process 1, 2, and 5, which is the shortest. Process 2 is the shortest, and it become 9 millisecond and become 0. Process 1 is shorter than process 5, process 1, and 9 plus 6 become 15. And last is process 5. Process 5 is 8 and become 23. Now we done the Gantt chart, and we need to calculate the waiting time, average waiting time of this. P1 wait for 9 seconds at this. Okay, 停下。 How to calculate the waiting time for each of the process? We need to know the formula of the calculation of waiting time, which is the beginning of the process, the difference of the beginning of the process and the arrival time of the process. For example, the process 1 arrived at 0, and its beginning time is also 0. So its waiting time equal to 0. However, the difference of the preemptive and non-preemptive scheduling is that the preemptive scheduling the process in preemptive scheduling need to interrupt and give chance to the other process which have the shorter burst time and give them execute first. So after some millisecond, you want to stop and need to wait another shorter process to execute it and when it become the shortest process. So process 1, it have arrival time of 0 and arrival time, and its beginning of is also 0, so it equal to 0 also, and he interrupt at 1 millisecond, and it begin again and at 9 millisecond. So 9 deduct 1 become 8. So its waiting time is 8 millisecond. It's same formula for the other process. So P2 start from arrive from 1 and no need to wait at this 0, and it interrupt at 2 and start at 3 again, so plus 3 minus 2, and it interrupt at 4 again and start 6, so plus 6 minus 4 is 3. Waiting time of P2 is 3. P3 is same 2 is 0 plus, no need to plus 0. P4 is 1 only, 1 is 4 0 also, and P5 start from 15 and it's arrived at 6, so 15 minus 6 is 9. So this is their waiting time. We need to count average waiting time. Is that we count the total of this 5 is the sum of this 5 and divide the number of it 5, and it is 20 divide 5 become 4 milliseconds. Done.